Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Slice of Fried Gold. My name's Paddy.
And I'm Ben.
If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that all being said, Ben, how the devil are you?
How is it that you used to be able to make that last all the way to the end of the road?
That's because I cock up about 4 times along the way.
Well,
We're
I prefer
professionals
it.
now. We're almost on
No.
120 episodes.
I don't want you to be a professional because this is a horrible road. I need to focus.
Well, there we go. We've padded it out
I've managed
for
to
you.
pad it out to the end of the road.
And you managed to talk that whole time, so it doesn't actually matter.
No, but still. It means I can focus a bit more on the road because I'm not trying to remember about what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Right. So, what do I want to talk about this week? You know what? Let's talk politics.
Oh, okay. Wow. We're actually gonna breach that subject.
No.
We said we were never gonna.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Okay.
So,
So.
as if you weren't aware, you probably are because I've complained about it many a time.
Yes.
At work, there's a cake and biscuit table,
Yes.
which I sit right next to.
Yes.
Not by choice. It
Right.
was when I started. That was the only desk available.
Yeah.
Fun. Right. So there's a cake and biscuit table. Someone in the management team has complained that we're not offering a healthy lifestyle choice. This manager does running and all that shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're health.
They're a health freak. They could probably run circles around me, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. And they're nearing retirement age. Let's put it that way.
Wow. Okay. So they're concerned about their longevity.
Yes. Anyway.
Right.
They kicked up a fuss that we weren't offering a healthy lifestyle option,
Okay.
and so we've now started a weekly fruit basket, where we've stayed local.
Okay.
We've used a local greengrocer, and
That's good.
he
That's
delivers a basket of fruit every Monday.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How much of it goes rotten?
So far,
Yeah.
it has been eaten every week,
Wow.
apart from last week,
Okay.
where there was a couple of bananas left over.
Okay. Oh!
It finally clicks where he's
social
going.
media. All right. Okay. Right. Okay.
As Paddy has seen on my Insta, I got lumped with the leftover bananas.
Yes.
One, because everyone thinks I'm a good baker.
Mm-hmm.
And two, because Friday was a dick to me, and I was the last person in the office.
Okay.
So I was like, anyone wanting to take any fruit? And they're all out the door at 5:30 and everything.
Yeah.
There's me still working at 7 o'clock in the evening because, just as I said, Friday was a dick to me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, there's no one left in the office now. I'm going to have to either throw them in the bin or take them away.
Yeah.
And you've seen the size of me. Mama didn't raise someone who throws away food.
Somebody who didn't throw away fruit.
Yeah, but did throw away fruit, yeah. So, of course, naturally, I took them home and I was like, what am I going to do them to them? So, naturally, I turned them into banana bread. I like how I took something healthy home
Yeah.
and then just unhealthied it
With chocolate.
with chocolate and brought it back in.
Yeah.
Now, I know this story's not very interesting.
Yes.
The reason I bring it up is because there's a funny little story behind this.
Okay.
Because I always say, whilst everyone goes, oh, you're an amazing baker, I always
Yeah.
say, something always goes wrong
Yes.
when I bake.
Yes.
Now, looking at that picture,
Yeah.
can you guess what went wrong?
But there was icing on the top, so did you forget to put something in it?
Nope.
Okay. I have no idea.
So, as you mentioned, there was chocolate piping on top
Yes.
of the cake.
Yes.
Now, through birthdays and Christmas and shit, people have, because once again, people believe I'm this amazing baker,
Yeah.
people have started buying me baking equipment
Oh,
for
okay.
birthdays and Christmas and
Right.
shit like
okay.
that.
Cool.
So I now have professional piping bags.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, fuck it, if I've got them,
I'm going to use
I'm
it.
going to use them.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah. Turns out,
Yeah.
I had not put the nozzle in the piping bag properly,
Uh,
and so there was this teeny tiny little hole.
Yes.
As I got down to the bottom of the piping bag, and I had to squeeze a little bit harder, the chocolate decided it didn't want to go through the nozzle. It wanted to come out through this hole.
Oh.
The hole was facing me.
Ah.
I had this. I should have taken a picture of it, but no, because I don't want it out on social media. I don't want it out there.
No,
I had this line of chocolate from my belly button all the way up my face.
Oh dear.
I just, like, as I said on the post, it was early morning baking. I was doing it before work. It was a brand fresh, clean t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I was just piping the chocolate on before I got to work, and just,
Yeah.
and yeah, all the way up the t-shirt, all the way up my face.
Oh. Oh dear, Ben.
And I was just like, of course, you know, you couldn't tell from the picture. The picture looks lovely.
Yeah.
The filters on Instagram are very...
Big help.
Big
Big help.
But yeah, and then like, I took the shirt off, that went in the wash, put a new shirt on, went to talk to my mum, and I'd already talked to my mum that morning, so when I walked upstairs, she was like, you're in a different t-shirt, and I was like, don't.
Yeah. Don't go there.
Don't go there. I just need to... And then she was like, you've got something on your chin. I literally still had chocolate on my chin. I was like, no!
Oh dear.
So yeah, so I had to then like go rewash my face. But everyone loved it. The banana bread was a hit.
Yep.
My fear now,
Is that you're going to always get the bananas.
I'm always going to get the bananas.
Or people will purposely not eat the bananas, so you'll make banana cake.
Yes.
Exactly. That is
Or-
what I would do.
This is the where my plot twist theories go in.
Yeah, yeah.
Is because you know how apples and bananas can ripen each other because they
Yes.
give off some gas
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah, yeah.
which sets the ripening off.
Yep.
Normally, the moment we get the fruit basket, we separate the apples and the bananas.
Okay.
It's like toddlers kindergarten thing. Separate the naughty kids. We normally do that.
Yep.
Someone in the office keeps putting the bananas and the apples back together. It's Wednesday. We've had this fruit basket for 3 days.
It's because they want
And
banana cake.
every time I look at the fruit basket, they're together again. I go over and I separate them because the bananas are already starting to go brown. And then like I'll walk to the printer or I'll go to the toilet or go grab a drink and I come back and they're back together in the fruit basket. I'm like, right, who the fuck
Keeps on doing this.
keeps on doing this? Because I'm not doing it again. This is not a precedent. This was, you know, I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart because Ben doesn't throw away food.
Yeah, yeah. We're conscious about food waste in this country.
Exactly. But yeah, other than that, nothing exciting has happened this week.
That's fair.
Apart from my first foray into scat.
What?
Oh, right. Okay, we need to educate you on some sex terms.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about scat jazz. I was like, good lord, Ben.
No.
What's happened?
No, scats.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Oh, you're gonna be told as soon as this camera's off.
I was going to say, I will Urban Dictionary it later, and I'm sure I'll be mortified.
Anyway, Paddy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You know, last week we said that one day we're just going to be like, yeah, fine, thanks,
Yep.
that's it. I've got nothing to report. I've been busy, but nothing crazy, no silly stories.
No, because
Although
Valentine's been and gone.
we have had a string of annoying reviews. They are obviously like,
What, like negative or?
yeah, like negative, but like pettiness, like, nobody wished me a happy birthday, so I gave you a 1 out of 5.
Right.
And I was just like, I'm sorry, I don't even know you, Deirdre, okay? I don't give a shit it's your fucking 85th birthday, alright? I don't want to see 85, so fuck you. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
It's not my fun. But we have had a string of them, and I'm just like, I think, you know what? I'm not the kind of person that when they go to a restaurant, I don't like all of that, you know, in your face, happy birthday, singing.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So I know I'm very different. I do it at work, and we do birthday plates with candles and things like that.
Yeah.
But also, it's like a pleasantry thing. We're not you haven't paid us to do it.
Yeah.
It's called hospitality for a reason. We do it to be hospitable.
Yes.
You know, leave me the fuck alone just because you didn't get your cheesecake that you paid for on a plate that has some chocolate writing that says happy birthday. You know, it's
No,
not.
because it's all up my face.
Yeah, exactly. Ben's squirted it everywhere.
Carry on.
But yeah, other than that, apart from a couple of little bits like that, I have none.
And personally, unless you're me, if you're still getting obsessed with your birthday after you're like 10 years old, get over it, Sheila.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I'm allowed. I didn't have 16 birthdays.
I was going to say, you're literally like People who have left Jehovah's Witnesses, like the Jehovah's Witnesses, are allowed to celebrate their birthdays
Yes, and go
hard
crazy about
and
it.
go crazy because they haven't had them for a
Yes.
long, long time. So I fully appreciate that.
Mhm.
So you do you, but like
Everyone else, get over it.
at the end of the day, like it was like your 63rd birthday. It's not even like a big round number or something.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, get over it. If you want to celebrate because you've turned 85 and you go, woo, another year on this fucking god awful planet, then good for you, mate. Good for you, but not for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Other than that, I have rediscovered an old TV show on ITV, which I did not expect on there, so I've been rewatching that.
Oh?
Did you ever watch Sharp with Sean Bean? That is what made his name.
My parents did.
Wow. My mum got me into it when I was a kid, and I bloody loved it. And Black loves it too. So hopefully we'll know if she watches this episode because we'll get a message in like 2 months' time, which is like, oh my god, I've just watched a podcast episode. But yeah, like I've discovered they're all free to watch on ITV. So I've been ploughing through that and I've been enjoying that. I was going to ask you, have you watched the new season of Invincible yet?
No.
Okay.
Didn't even know it was out.
It's only 4 episodes in.
Right.
The first 3 released at once.
Right.
So it's not far in. But so far, that's been very, very enjoyable.
Okay.
I highly recommend it.
Now, I
I'd get back
have
into it.
restarted watching The Good Place.
Oh, it's
the-
on my list to rewatch.
Well, this is the thing, because I've now bought myself Netflix.
Yeah.
So I've gone through and I've added a fuck ton of shit to my list,
Yeah.
including The Good Place.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've watched it before.
So
It's down the list,
Mhm.
you know. But then I was at Puff Drinks the other week, and we were all talking about like things we like to watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, The Good Place," and everyone, there was like 6 or 7 people standing in the circle. They're like, "No, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Like, The Good Place is a legendary TV show.
Like, and so it was like I have to now rewatch it
Yeah.
on their behalf.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Like I went to him, I was like, "Go home and watch it." Like I cannot recommend you enough. And I tried to sort of get the point across to them that this TV show made me cry.
Yeah.
And they're like,
The man that does not cry.
yeah, and I was like, The Good Place made me cry. And they're like, yeah, and I was like, I don't cry. And they're like, really? And I was like, yeah, I don't cry.
Yeah. Like, it's such a good TV show.
Yeah. So if it's made me cry,
Yeah.
like, go watch it.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, maybe. And I was like, all right, I'm
Don't
gonna
maybe it.
have to go watch this.
Yeah.
So the universe is right,
Yeah.
because these idiots refuse to.
Yeah. We're gonna put out good feels.
Yes.
Did you watch all of the what was the new one that they did?
Oh, Man on the Inside.
Yeah, did you watch all of them?
I'm waiting until I finish The Good Place.
Oh, okay.
Because I like the headcanon fan theory.
That is
him.
Yeah, I agree. I do like that. The headcanon one.
Yeah. So I'm going to wait and finish The Good Place, and then I'm going to watch it, because then I'll be like, it's quite cool.
Yeah, no, I thought it was so good. So, anybody that hasn't watched A Good Place, watch A Good Place. It's a great TV show.
And if it can make my heartless ass cry,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Should have seen me the first time. Good God. Cried like a bitch.
I bet. Yeah, I think I had to stop it, not stop, finish the episode, and it was like play next episode. I was like, no, I need a minute. I need a minute. I was all up in my feels.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Right. Anyway, so let's talk film.
let's talk film.
Okay. So we've just been to see Hot Eyes. Do you want to go first?
I shall go first.
Okay.
You know what, Paddy?
What?
I bloody loved it.
You know what, Ben? So bloody right. You know what? I even said to the missus before I left, I said, right, I'm going to go watch a film tonight. What were you saying? Oh, some horror film. It's going to be shit. And I literally said those words, word for word, but it was bloody good.
This film falls into my category of Kingsman.
Yeah.
Of course, initially when I first went to watch Kingsman in the cinema, I was with 2.5 men.
Yep.
I think we were in Norwich. Didn't know what to do. We were having a day out, and we were looking at what films they're on, and we were like, oh, let's just watch the trailer. And we were both like, meh. There's nothing else that we're particularly interested in. Let's go watch it. And we were wetting ourselves all the way through it. this is the same thing of the monkey's out next week, so we needed something to tie us over to get through this podcast. And I was like, well, I'm not fussed with Bridget Jones. We've already watched Captain America. Everything else we've already watched.
We were not going to watch Bridget Jones. I was going to put my foot down on that one. I was not going to watch it.
wanted to watch her.
If I wasn't going to watch it with the missus, I was not going to watch it with
I
you.
wanted to watch
That's
it with
for
you,
damn fucking sure.
Bridget.
No way.
Oh, no. I've not watched any of the Bridget Jones films. I don't intend to watch any of the Bridget Jones films. Suck it. Anyway. So yeah, this was like a placeholder film to get us to next week.
It was just this. You know, sometimes how we pad to get to the end of the episode. This whole episode was going to be padding.
And so I really wasn't expecting much. And then when I invited everyone else, one of them went, "I've just watched the trailer. It looks crap. I'll come along just to see you guys because we haven't seen you in a while." And I was laughing all the way through it.
Yeah.
It's a comedy horror. And they've got the right level of comedy to horror.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the comedy in it, like the acting on the comedy, the timing was brilliant. I can't fault a single person on the comedic timing.
Yeah. As well as like the gore as well. Like it wasn't like too fake. Like you watch the Terrifier films and then you can see how fake they are. But then you watch like this, and it was really good quality deaths.
Yeah, and it was just so stupid with like how the deaths happened and everything. But yeah, it was just, the comedy was good, the comedy timing was good, all the acting was brilliant, the gore was fantastic. I love a gore film, and so that like satiated the gore. The film did not take itself seriously. It knew it was a stupid film, and it just ran with it.
Yeah.
Like to the point where in the very first, the very first opening scene, like she's running away from him in 3 different locations, and like initially you're like, how the fuck has she got there so quickly? But then by that point, the silliness is coming, and you're like, fuck it, I don't care. Shout out to the best friend. Fucking hilarious.
If there's like it's not even like there's comedy throughout the film. But you always have that one character that is like,
the moment she was on screen, you're like, I cannot wait for her next line because I want to know what she's going to say.
You just know that it was going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
She was the whole comedy.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, honestly, if someone was to watch that and then be like, Ben, you're Monica, I'd be like, oh my god, thank you. Like, I would take that as a compliment and wear it as a badge of fucking pride.
She's your spirit animal.
Because this is the thing, because I brought it up in the podcast before, but 2.5 Men compared me to the main guy from Bros, and I took offense. I saw where she was coming from, but I still took offense. Whereas if someone watched this and were like, that's you, I'd be like, I'm so happy.
I can be this.
I can be this. This is me. I liked how they managed to mesh, like, Gen Z comedy with, like, old school comedy. Like, because, like, the comedy they were doing was old school comedy, but the words they were using were Gen Z comedy.
It worked really well.
It was so brilliant. And, like, so well done.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was, like, a complete unknown film that
like,
no one was expecting.
And, like, I didn't think it was going to, like, we didn't think much of it anyway. Like, we saw the training thing, I was going to be naff. But, like, you know, everybody did a really, really good job in this film. Also, I'd like to point out the soundtrack. I was really impressed with the soundtrack. Great songs that worked for every single scene that they were picked out. They weren't just, like, randomly picked because it was a romantic song. It worked for the scene that it did.
Yep. However...
Ooh, I was not expecting however.
The plot twist at the end. Like, there's a moment where it's kind of, like, wrapping up, and if it had ended there, I would have been happy. But because they need to sort of explain the storyline, they add then, like, another twist, and it carries on for another 5-10 minutes.
Right, okay.
I'm okay with it. I think that is the weakest part of the whole film.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have preferred maybe not to have the second twist, but have that as the main twist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As like when that reveal was that person from the first.
Yeah.
I get that, but you still need to have that wrap up.
Yeah.
Like,
But like the twist at the end to then have that
Yeah.
5-10 minutes extra was that's where they explained the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I see why it was needed.
Yeah.
It is the weakest part of the film.
Yeah.
That being said, I was having such a good time.
I did not care.
I was like, I'll allow this.
Yeah.
You know, like what's his face from Hangover films?
Yeah.
No, he's in Community when he's got the big sombrero and he goes,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
That was how I felt in that moment. Like the right final scene of the film was, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Because the film had won me over by that point.
Yeah. And it was an awesome death.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, so that's my opinions on it. Paddy, have you got anything else to add?
I don't think I know. I genuinely I thought even the in-universe jokes to point out other franchises.
Yeah.
That was so fucking clever, man. I really appreciate
That phone call where they snuck in all the romance film names.
Yeah.
Was really good.
It was just so clever. It sounds really simple, but they actually thought about it. They actually put some time, thought, and consideration into the film, and not tried to go when we said didn't try and go overly dark, didn't try and go overly light, but there was a good mix of both energies, and it worked perfectly in my opinion.
This, I mean, is completely separate stories. But can you remember when we went to see Bodies, Bodies, Bodies?
Yes.
And the trailer for that set it up as such a comedy.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
This was the other way round, whereas the trailer set it up as a horror.
Yeah.
But then it was hilarious. So just
I was not expecting as much comedy in it. I kind of knew it had. I knew it had some comedic bits in it, but I was not expecting the amount of comedy that it had. And even the gag falls and things like that. There was just the slapstick. You know what I mean? Yeah, you caught that. It's just when she jumped. I was just that is just so silly. It's so silly, but so funny.
Do you know what?
That's just it's so like Rick Mayall.
It's Rick Mayall. It's Monty Python.
Yeah.
The moment when she realizes her fucking vibrator's on the bedside table.
Oh fucking.
And it's just you know what? I wonder how much of that was improvised and how much they've done a scene and then someone's gone, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
And they've just gone, fucking go with it.
Yeah. I can't see how you can script that.
No.
You don't put in the script she sees her, looks up and sees a dildo on the bedside cabinet. You know what I mean? I don't. I mean, unless they are genuinely good
Comedic geniuses.
Yeah. It could have been.
It could be.
It could be that. It
possible.
could be you could have had a horror. I think there was 3 writers for this film.
Yeah.
I think it said on the credits. So it could be that one's a comedic writer and one's a horror writer. You know
And then one's a romance writer.
Could be. Oh, the Holy Trilogy.
You mean Trinity?
Yeah, that one.
But yeah, it was just so well done.
Yeah, no, for you, I know you said how you said that with a little bit of a low bit for the ending, but I feel like the payoff with the twist and how it wrapped itself up, I don't think it's therefore a low. Do you see what I mean? I know it's a however for you, but I don't think for me it wasn't a however. It was either going to be the reveal then or the reveal later.
Yeah.
Because that's I knew it was going to be that way, you know. But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And you know what, Ben? It's only the second of the year that we both have really enjoyed, and we're in the middle of February.
Yes.
So, there's only 9 days left. Or whatever. So yeah, but it baffles me that we're only that far into.
And the films have been so weak.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I mean that just says enough.
Can you imagine? Obviously, all couples have been the men have taken all their girlfriends to Bridget Jones.
Yeah.
But can you imagine the couple that turns up to go see Bridget Jones? It's sold out because it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And oh, what's this Heart Eyes? Let's go see that instead. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been great. But I feel like also, even if you weren't a big horror person fan,
Yeah.
If you could deal with like a bit of the gore and everything,
Mhm.
you would actually enjoy this film.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like you go in and you think, oh, it's going to be full horror and all that. I don't think you should have that mindset.
Do you know what we've also not discussed?
What?
Like, we discussed the gore, we discussed the horror, we discussed the suspense was really good as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
there was bits of edge of the seat.
there was truly bits where you were like, what the fuck is going to happen next?
Yeah.
And that's what you need.
Yeah. Oh no, I do not disagree, Ben. Like, it was just a solid all-rounder film. Like, it had everything.
Yeah.
And it did everything correctly.
Mhm.
You know, for me, there wasn't a bit that I wasn't enjoying everything.
It's, as I always say, it's a solid film done well.
Yeah.
It's
And-
one of them.
Yeah.
And the fact that the trailer does it, like, makes it look crap and no one's really heard about it is such a shame.
Well, how many times do we go and...
Where are you going? He's taking his time, but...
I mean, how many times have we said, like, movies ruin...
Trailers
ruin movies?
Many times.
So, like, all the time. Where actually, this movie could have had a better trailer. You know? It should have had a better trailer. Right, final thoughts.
Check your piping bags for holes in the nozzle.
So you don't get...
Don't get snail trail of chocolate
Yeah.
up your body and face. Paddy doesn't know what scat is. Until 30 seconds from now.
Please do not leave it in the comments below. Because I feel like it should not be a comment one.
Paddy's been getting loads of 1-star reviews on Hey Let's Face It. It's because your restaurant's shit.
It's not shit.
Thank you.
It's just people are fucking petty.
You could have done a moment from the film then.
Yeah. That was fucking hilarious.
The Good Place, go watch it.
Watch The Good Place.
Sharp, go watch it.
It's amazing. If you love Sean Bean, you'll love this.
Sean Bourne,
Sean Bourne.
or Sheen Bean.
Invincible Season 3, solid so far. Really, really enjoying it. Definitely worth a watch as well.
And Heart Eyes. It's a good film.
Great film. Great film. Like,
Great. Is it because we've had so many shit films this year that we're like looking at this in a favourable light? No, I don't think that's what it is, but it is a good film.
I think it's a great film. I would happily watch that again tomorrow.
End of the year, do you think it's going to be in your top 10?
Well, there's a lot of movies coming out this year. It could be. It could be.
Might make Paddy's top 10.
Could be.
Might even make my top 10 if all the other films are shit.
Well, I had a horror movie 2 years ago for my top 1. Talk to me.
You did.
So, you never know. But with that all being said, have you seen this week's movie? Have you seen TV shows that we've discussed? Let us know down below. You can email us at sliceofriedgoldpod@gmail.com. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, bye.